This is a bread buns. Are you currently looking for a side hustle that is capable of bringing additional income to your table? Yeah, then watch this video. This bread buns product is more unique than usual, with certain featural properties such as few ingredient requirements, low cost of production, low oil absorption capacity, and high yield in products. It can be produced with whatever you have in your home. No oven requirements, high profit margin, and lots more. I know you can't wait to dive into this recipe. And without further ado, let's do this. We will begin by adding 500 grams of flour or 4 cups of flour into our bowl. Then scoop in your yeast of about half a tablespoon. Yes, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and 4 tablespoons of sugar. For this recipe, sugar was used in moderation, but in case you want a sweeter product, please you can use 5 or 6 tablespoons. I will also be adding about 30 ml of vegetable oil and 1/4 tablespoon of salt. And if you are done adding with me, mix appropriately in order to homogenize. Please take your time to mix properly because mixing can influence the quality of your bread buns. Once you have successfully mixed everything to combine, please set aside as we move to the next step. Now bring out a bowl and add 1½ cup of water. And we count 1 and half. I will be using this milk flavored powder in place of milk, but if you want it richer, then please use powdered milk. I believe you know your customers better than I do. So if you're using milk, use 1 tablespoon. Also about 1 tablespoon of vanilla flavor. Now bring in your dry ingredient mixture, pour in your liquid mix and begin to mix to form a dough. I know by now you must have smashed that like button. Please like this video and thank you for doing so. You can see that the water was carefully added bit by bit. Not because I do not know the accurate amount of water to add to the recipe to get what I want, but because sometimes flour compositions may differ. So I decided to do it this way so I do not make a mistake. But in case you are sure of the composition of your flour, you can simply go ahead and add your water directly. Is that understood? Now we have exhausted the liquid mixture on the dough and our dough is exactly the way as we want it. We're gonna transfer this into our kneading surface, sprinkle some flour on the table and then begin to knead. It took me about 3 to 4 minutes to knead this dough until it became soft. At this point, I added about 35 grams of margarine, then mixed to combine until everything is properly mixed together. Now I will divide the dough into 8 equal parts, roll out each part into a flat surface. Then cut with my cutter and begin to knead. And if you don't understand, don't worry, you will get there, okay? Now this is what I mean. After flattening, I begin to cut the flattened dough into a desired shape, and after which I then begin to roll and cut. Once I roll to a desirable size, I will cut. Want to say that the size in which you roll out your product is totally depends on you, based on how much you may want to sell to your customers. Of course, you know that your rolling size is directly proportional to your selling price. Also, the cutting shape is totally up to you. Choose what works for you best. You can choose triangle, rectangle, block, whatsoever suits you or your customers. Then just go ahead and cut it and design it. You can freestyle, okay? Yes, just try to be creative with your product at this point. You can see the look of this one is entirely different from the one we did at the first time. After these are allowed to rest for about 30 minutes just to double in size. You can see there is already an increment in the size of my bread buns dough. Could you imagine that I got all this from 500 gram of flour? Ordinary 500 gram of flour. Okay now. Will your buns ever give you this and you are killing yourself in buns and puff puff? Let's heat up the oil and fry the dough. At this point, be careful not to overcloud your oil. Also, ensure that your heat is at minimal to avoid burning. Endeavor to fry both sides until they are completely brown like this before you scoop out. Is that understood? You see the beautiful look of these gorgeous bread buns. One good thing I love so much about this product is its very low oil absorption, especially now that oil is very expensive. It does not really need too much ingredient to make. Of course, if you add too much ingredients to it, you will just spoil it. And the yield, the quantity and the amount of products that you are going to realize will definitely guarantee your profit no matter the amount you spent. Even the look as well as the taste. Please kindly direct all questions to the comment section. In case you want to know the quantity that I got and how much I sell, kindly bring those questions to the comment section. I'll be there waiting for you. Also, this bread buns is a soft one. The more you eat, the more you crave for more because it has a mouth melting properties. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you've not done so. Bye.